Boxing Truth here. The World Boxing Super Series kicked off today. Oleksandr Usyk and Marco Huck were the first two participants to kick things off. What was a good start to the series, entertaining scrap between the two. Usyk showed why he's the #1 seed in the tournament, why he's considered the favorite, and he was a heavy favorite against Marco Huck, and he displayed why. Huck just got his ass whooped in front of his countrymen. Was a pretty one-sided beatdown. He tried as hard as he could, tried to win the fight, tried to land some big shots, tried to be dirty. He was no match for the skill set. Couldn't get on Usyk's level. Usyk just gave him a lesson in distance, counter punching, feinting, foot positioning. Usyk is just almost a complete package. The only thing he lacks is one-punch knockout power. He's not a destroyer. He's not going to do a lot of demolition jobs in the ring. What he does is he's a slick, stylish, finesse type boxer puncher from the southpaw stance. Very athletic, very good footwork, good speed, good counter punching timing, distance, and he can turn it up when he wants to. He's not the knock on him that a lot of people have is that some people are not very thrilled with his style. Some people think he's boring. I disagree. I think he's an entertaining fighter to watch. He goes for it. He tries to put on a show for the fans, and he's just been very dominant in his fights. So, you know, some of his fights are not the most entertaining because he's putting an ass whooping on his opponents. But he does try to entertain. He tries to be aggressive. He tries to go for the stoppage, and he's been able to close the show in his past few fights. Closed the show on Marco Huck, stopped him, did what he was supposed to do, won pretty much every round, put an ass whooping on Marco Huck, and closed the show. What more can you ask from the guy? The only thing we need to see is how good he is as he advances in the tournament. Now, the next guy he's going to fight is going to be the interesting fight. I believe the winner of Maris Britis and Mike Perez is going to tell the story on how good Oleksandr Usyk really is. I consider Usyk one of the best fighters in the world, at least in the top 15 pound for pound. 13 fights, has already beaten the man in the division who beat the man, the long-reigning champion at the time in Marco Huck. Then it was Glowacki. Then Usyk totally dominated him, and he's been doing it on the road. Went to Poland, relieved Glowacki of his strap, went to Germany, even though he was the champion. Very interesting setting for this fight. He's the #1 seed, and he went on the road, and he just whooped Marco Huck's ass in front of his countrymen. He's the guy to beat in the tournament, but I believe Britis will beat Mike Perez in their quarterfinal matchup, and then Britis Huck is going to be the fight to watch. Britis is not really getting a lot of recognition or a lot of talk about him, but that motherfucker can fight, and we're gonna find out how good Usyk is against Maris Britis if he gets past Mike Perez, of course, which it's not gonna be an easy fight. Perez is in the best shape of his life. It's gonna be an interesting tournament going forward, and I'm looking forward to Usyk's next fight, whoever comes out of that quarterfinal matchup. But definitely, you see why Usyk's the #1 seed and why he's the favorite. But y'all let me know what y'all think about the fight. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.